Eamon Khan here for Seconds Out with Danny Simpson ahead of his Misfits boxing debut. Danny, I feel like I shouldn't be calling you Danny Simpson. It's a bit ordinary for the boxing scene. Normally you have a nickname coming into it. Have you got that sorted with Pat? Have they christened you with a nickname?
Not yet. I think probably waiting to see how my fight goes first before we get to be called something, or waiting to see what I do in the ring maybe. But yeah, no, a few days out, so we'll see.
What was the chant back when you were playing football? Was it Super Danny Simpson whenever you scored a goal or an assist or bomb down the wing?
No, it was actually just my name, you know. I think the away fans sing some stuff and sing some daft Simpsons. I remember I came away and they were doing the Simpsons theme song in the background and giving me all kinds of stick and that. So yeah, that's probably about it, really.
I've obviously got the chance to have a look at you here and hearing your other interviews, and it seems like to me you've kept yourself in good shape despite this short notice for the fight there. Do you feel like you've got that athletic edge over Danny Irons because of your background, because of your achievements in football?
Yeah, listen, I've had to lose weight quickly, which is new to me. I'm lighter now than I probably was when I was playing football. But no, I think everyone keeps saying that. But look, I'll be honest with you, like, I've got to see Danny up close and personal. Seen him obviously yesterday in the gym and that, and fair play to him. He's in great shape. He's done well, and he's had a while in the gym. Listen, I think in terms of football and athleticism, I think being given the 4 or 5 weeks to train, I'm used to the training in terms of putting my body through that, because I'm used to pre-seasons and going on holidays in the summer, coming back and having a 4-week camp in football. So I think that's helped. But in terms of it relating to boxing skill, don't think that's mattered. It's just been, getting fit has been maybe easier because of football.
Where's your mentality at with him specifically? Are you someone who likes to dislike your opponents? Was that what you like in your career, or are you happy to kind of go in kind of neutral and be business-minded, business-like when it comes to getting the victory?
I was like that. Like, as you know, with football, you know, it's strange because football we didn't mix like this. You know, if I'm marking Gareth Bale, Eden Hazard, you know, my wingers, you wouldn't. I've not just spent 2 or 3 days with them. Do you know what I mean? In a hotel. So, but then once I got into it on the pitch, you know, I did go to business mode, and that's what I've got to try and relate with this. Obviously, we've only just met each other a couple of times, so we've got no real beef. We just met. I said we've known each other, but I think once I used to get on the pitch and I had a left winger, my job was to stop him. So there's no difference in that mentality. Is when I get in the ring with Danny, is I've got someone to stop, and I've got someone that's trying to punch me, and I've got to try and punch him back. So I'm gonna have to use that, I think, and that'll be the key.
When it comes to your style then as a boxer and what Pat Barrett's been and the team there have been trying to fashion you into, being a defender, does that lend into being defensively sound, or are you quite offensive as a boxer?
Probably, I say, yeah, maybe you got a good point there. But the instincts was always to defend, and defenders, wingers attacking me and kind of being like on my feet. But yeah, this boxing different. I think what people remember. I'm not gonna be sat here saying I'm gonna have this crazy boxing skill and that, but I've got to fight. I give it a go. You know what I mean? I'll lean on my heart. I've got a heart. I've got spirit. And the mental side, I think with Pat, the training's tough, mate. Honestly, he's put me through it. Your brain's telling you to give up at times, and I haven't. So I think with Pat, it was more like, let's get you mentally ready for this, because yes, football, you've got your teammates, but in this ring, you're on your own. And I think that's something that he's drilled into me, is to be ready to be fighting and be in a battle, and you're going to be on your own.
Walk me through that first spar that you did at the gym and what that experience was like and how you've improved since that moment.
I got caught nice on the chin, man. Yeah, do you know what it was? It's just that feeling when you were a kid, you know, maybe in your school days, and we're gonna have a fight at lunchtime and that, and then them nervous feelings in your stomach. But that's what it is, isn't it? That was what it was. Is having them feelings, and that's what it's about, isn't it? Using that in a positive way. Obviously, I was fighting boxers, top pro boxers, white collar boxers, and I gave everyone a good go. Sometimes came out deflated, sometimes came out, I did okay there. So listen, I've give everything I can, and hopefully I just want the guys and people watching who are going to tune in to enjoy it and watch two lads have a scrap.
So you photographed with Manchester and boxing legend Ricky Hatton. Did you ask him for a bit of advice heading into this fight? Did you maybe get in a session on the pads with him? What did you take from meeting with Ricky?
No, he watched me on the pads and he was quite surprised. He didn't realise it. He thought someone said it was 4 months, and we were like, no, it's 4 weeks. Okay. And he was like, she was a bit surprised, which was a nice compliment. But again, like, pads and having a fight are 2 different things. The techniques and stuff. But no, he just gave me some advice, just told me to enjoy it. He said it's once, and he said, walking down that ring, I know I played football, but walking down into this arena in Dublin, that many fans, he said it'll be something like you've never felt before because it's all eyes on you. He said embrace it, breathe, enjoy it. And so yeah, he's a legend, isn't he? So he's a Manchester boy, so it was nice to see him before I left.
Did you get a good look yesterday of Danny on the pads himself, and what do you think of him?
Yeah, listen, I've not seen too much. I think he put some up, the end of last week. It's hard, isn't it? Because you don't, again, it's pads, how much are people giving away, how much are they trying, how much are they, your opponent's watching. He looked sharp, looked quick, which I expect because he's been doing it 6 months. So I could see his movement, his footwork was good, his head movement. So yeah, listen, I was expecting that though, because what I've learned in my time, you've had a bit long, I can see it. So I'm not taking him lightly, mate. And I know I don't listen to outside noise. I'm respecting the training that he's done and everything he's put in with H's trainer, and I have to go in and concentrate on me.
How much of what he does, part of his profession, is obviously to go on live streaming and open up FIFA packs and things. Whilst you were playing, how much did that translate over into the team of people kind of seeing their ratings and seeing people react to getting these cards and players that they've wanted to get, having purchased these packs?
Well, probably to my era, not that much, but I was helping out last year with Man United in the under 21s. So when I was snooping around on his Insta, they all follow him and that. All like the lads I've been helping coaching and that, the young players at United, and they all know him. So I get it, and I've spoke to them, I've seen them. So yeah, it's all a new world to me now that I've stepped into, and yeah, that's some fair play to what he does. But I think it's all me, young United lads and that watch what he was doing.
Do you know what your highest FIFA rating was?
That's a good question. I'd like to think after we won the league, it's got to have been 80 something. Do you know, by the way?
I do know. You're right and wrong. So your highest ever rating was 81, but it was before you won the league. After the league, you weren't rated higher than 81. I think you're around 75.
Yeah, that was miles off it, that. How's that happened? Yeah, but to be fair, I've seen so many lads fuming every pre-season when they get the ratings. So it's not just me that's probably pissed off with the FIFA ratings that they get given.
Talking about this fight, and it was touched on earlier in the previous interview, but I remember following CM Punk, who's in the wrestling world, and he translated over to UFC, and he said, look, he was super confident going into his fight with Mickey Gall, had all the confidence in the world that he was going to win, but he always had this one nightmare scenario that was in the back of his mind that he played in his mind, and it actually ended up happening in the cage. I just wonder, have you kind of thought upon what could go wrong on Saturday night and how you're trying to mitigate that from happening?
I'd be lying if I said you haven't, because I'm a realist, but I'm actually, once you got to have that thought and you got to deal with it. Once you've accepted it and allowed it, then get rid of it. Do you know what I mean? And focus on you and what you're gonna do, and that gives me strength because I've had that through football. You go into a game thinking, oh, if we lose today, we could get we nearly get relegated with Leicester, and having that belief and that confidence in yourself means that it ain't gonna happen. I know I can take digs, and I'll take one on the chin, and I can go toe to toe in it. So No, not now. I did, but now we're here. Now it's all about my confidence in what I've learned in I've part in the 4 weeks and being defense strong.
What are your thoughts on some of the players you've played with or in and around the scene as to how you think they translate into the boxing ring? First of all, Wes Morgan, a big unit himself, a leader as well himself too. How do you think he'd translate into the ring?
Oh, he's heavyweight, isn't he? I wouldn't want to take a dig off Wes. Yeah. I think there'd be quite a few people scared if Wes was having a face off with them. Even though he's my one of my best friends. To me, he's like my big softie. But I think in the ring, I won't. I've seen him get angry. I won't want to mess with him.
Jamie Vardy.
I've said this. Vardy's so like he's got nothing on him, has he? Even though he's getting older, he's my age. He'd just be in and out, wouldn't he? He'd be so sharp and light and fast how he plays football. So I think he'd just pick people off. I think Vardy's would be a good fighter.
Troy Deeney.
Oh, Troy was strong. Troy was one of those. In fact, Troy and Wes, when Troy was up front and Troy and Wes, they used to have some battles actually. That'd be a good fight. Yeah, Troy was really strong. I think Troy's handy man. He'd be up there as well.
Who'd you back?
I've got. Listen, I've seen them battle, mate, for years, but I think I've got to back my boy Wes. Listen, Troy's a mate as well, but my best mate's Wes, so I have to back Wes.
Jermaine Defoe.
Again, he's a little sharp one, isn't he? JD's cool though, isn't it? So it'd be interesting to see how he fought because he's just a cool guy. So I think he'd be the calm and cool and collected and just pick you off. Wayne
Rooney, and how much did that clip of him getting knocked out circulating amongst the football fraternity?
Listen, Waz is solid, isn't it? Let's not. I think anyone that takes a dig. I know he got caught off bar though, because I grew up with Phil Bardsley, and obviously Wazza as well when he come to United. But yeah, anyone that that proves that anyone can get clipped, because Wazza's a good boxer and he's a hard man, so it can happen.
I had a little look from some of the internet reaction to your fight with Danny Aaron's. I want to get your reaction to some people looking at you and Danny. God. First of all, this one comes from YBAFC0. It says, regarding you, this guy's had the same trim for the last 10 years, lol.
Yes, I'm glad he's been watching me for 10 years because he's absolutely true. I can't change it, mate. It's working.
Tony M621 says, he's wearing £20 gloves from Amazon, lol.
Does it matter? I mean, I've wore £20 pairs football boots. I don't think it matters, does it? As long as what's inside them.
Red Clinical saying here, I would love to see Danny Aaron's get battered.
Yeah, he's not a fan of him, is he? I hope he's right, by the way. I hope that's what happens. Yeah, so he's on my side. I hope he's in the arena come Saturday.
Justin Nicholas says, Danny Simpson from Leicester City is a social media boxer now, lol.
Yeah, I've been lolling myself. That is the case. Yeah, I said 6 weeks ago weren't the case. Now it is, but we're here now, so yeah, we have fun.
And Larson Lover 93 says, bro, this is in regards to Danny Aaron's. Bro actually looks decent. I can't lie. Looks a bit stiff on the feet, but I think he gets it done. Danny Simpson has had 4 weeks. Danny Aaron's gets this done by KO.
Again, I get why people are saying that. He's had 6 months. I have had 4 weeks. He's got a big following, and this thing that he's been on. He's probably favourite. So listen, all I can say is I've been an underdog my whole life. I was an underdog with Leicester. We won the league, so I'll be one now, and I'll win.
That's a couple of things for myself as well. Look, KSI is the big main feature here in the Misfits boxing scene, and amongst the likes of Jake Paul and others. Does that feature on your top of your hit list to get a big fight of that stature, to have one of those big nights, sampling what the likes of Adrian Dubois would have, Fury would have, that big arena fight that, you know, kind of stops the press and gets everyone watching?
Look, I've loved every second of it. It's been 4 weeks. I've been saying I'd love to have a full camp, 12 weeks of actually getting more skill, more learning. And I've seen how big this is now, and I didn't realise how big it was. And Misfits has been amazing. I can't believe the fans. It's in Dublin. I'd love to It'd be probably a dream, get through this and have a fight in Manchester. Everyone would there because all the ballers are texting me saying they wish they could come, but because of games and stuff like that in Dublin, it's tough. But I think if headline at Manchester, had a fight in Manchester, and having all the lads ringside and that, I think that would be that would be a nice goal after this.
Leave the final word with you. What happens this weekend in your fight with Danny Aarons?
I win. Simple as that. Like, and in that underdog way as well. Like that fight, or that warrior, that spirit, and scrapping away to victory, and that's what is going to happen.
You've been watching Rocky.
I will do. Yeah, it's exactly that, because like I said, he's obviously done it longer, but here we are where we are, and I'm looking forward to getting in there and giving it my best.
Danny, pleasure. All the best for the weekend.
Thank you.